my name's Sarah Yak.
And I'm Tori, I'm her girlfriend, and we're usually traveling in a van around the country, but today we're in a cabin.
It's right by the beach and it's so beautiful. I've been loving it so much. This is our second day here, and while we're here, I thought we'd answer our questions about our first time.
Doing anything, everything.
And sex. First question is, what were your first impressions of each other?
I thought that you were really pretty and smart. The very first night that we met, we were going on and on talking about reincarnation and like a lot of spiritual stuff, and we were just like going back and forth for such a long time about it. And I was like, wow, this girl's really smart. And then you gave me a little crystal.
You just seemed very like confident in yourself and your body and who you were. But also you were very mysterious. Like there was still more for me to learn.
Am I still mysterious to you?
Not enough. I mean, we have spent every single day together for the last year, so I feel like I know you like the back of my hand now.
Yeah.
But you still have a mysterious energy, if that makes sense. The mysterious energy is like an alluring energy, and you still have that. And there's still like parts of you that are a mystery to me, but I do know you a lot more than when I first met you, obviously.
Cool.
The next question is, when was our first kiss?
There was a big build-up. We had been seeing each other for multiple times and didn't kiss, but there was like so much energy between us. There were nights where we would stay up all night and just stare in each other's eyes like this close.
Like literally
rubbing each other's back. We're like both building up this tension high. And then one night, Sarah was like in town in my area, and I was like, do you want to have a sleepover in the van? And so we went to the lake and we had a sleepover in the van. And then I kissed her.
I remember I had so many butterflies right before she kissed me. I even said, it feels like my heart is beating out of my chest. Now that we're on the topic, I want to share the giveaway I'm doing with Bellesa to give away free vibrators or free gift cards to vibrators. Literally everyone wins in this giveaway. It's so exciting.
Actually, that's crazy.
What is?
That they're giving away a vibrator.
I know, it's so exciting. We are big fans of like self-pleasure, and
we love toys.
We love toys, we love love. We love loving ourselves.
Yes, sexuality is never something to be ashamed of.
Exactly, and I honestly think that pleasing yourself is such a beautiful way to reconnect with yourself, and it is to me like this act of like self-love.
Yeah. Anytime
I masturbate. So I'm really happy that I can facilitate this giveaway and that all of you guys can get a vibrator from Bellesa.
Free vibrators for everyone!
This is the one I got. It is the Pebble, and it is just so adorable. I love this packaging because all the other toys I have, it's so obvious what they are and it doesn't come in this discreet packaging. But this one, it literally, you could put it in your makeup bag.
It's so cute.
And it charges in here, which is great because in the van, we have this drawer to charge things. So if we ever need to charge our toys, we put it in there. But if we need to grab something else, it's just so open. And like other people can walk by and see it. It's just so awkward. So I love that you can charge it in this little case. And it's rechargeable, waterproof. It has a suction and vibration.
Do you want to hear this?
Yeah. That's a good vibration.
It's a good section. Incredible. 10 out of 10.
Another thing I love about Bellesa is it's a bi-woman company for all things sexuality, from sex toys, porn, erotica to sex ed. And Bellesa's mission is to empower everyone to embrace, explore, and celebrate their sexuality. This is the link to the giveaway right here, and I'm also going to add it in the description box of this video. So head on over there to get yourself a free vibrator or a free gift card to a vibrator. I'm so excited for you guys to have one of these as well because they're just so cute and are amazing and feel so good. All right, the next question is the first time realizing we were in love.
Aww, that's cute.
That is cute.
I think the first time that I realized I was in love with you was when we were spending every single day together. You were coming to my apartment. You were staying the night every night, and I just like didn't want you to leave. But I also felt this like freedom in our love. Like I felt so free in it. We weren't exclusive at that point, and so there was just this like I love you no matter what type of vibe between us. And there was one night where she got sick and got a UTI. And it was like so late at night, the store was about to close, and I ran and got her some stuff to help her not feel terrible. And I was just like, damn, I love her. Like, I think
That
I
was,
really
oh my
love
God,
her.
I think that I loved you in that whole UTI experience too.
When did you think in your head that you're in love with me?
It was outside Taylor's house in the van. It was just a random day. I just remember it. Oh, I think it was after we like had sex to Ram Dass music.
Oh.
This is like a pure accident, but we had sex and we were just playing like spiritual music from Ram Dass, and it ended up just being kind of weird. But also,
No, it was actually incredible though. But
Yeah.
there was one song on it. This is the Spotify playlist that you should listen to. And there's a song on it that goes perfect.
and they would do it like in a very like fitting moment.
Yeah.
And it just would make us laugh in the middle of having sex. It was so funny. But then afterwards we were cuddling, and I remember when we were cuddling that I was just thinking like, wow, I feel like I really love her.
Oh, that's cute.
But
We
then
actually
yeah,
said we love each other in the van at your family ranch though.
Yeah. We had a date night camping, had a bonfire.
Grilled
and,
some veggies.
Yeah, on a charcoal grill.
I think we had wine too, right?
Yeah.
Loosened us up, and then we were like, I love you.
I love you so much.
I love you.
It was like pretty early on too. I feel like it was a month or two.
I feel like we took it really seriously saying that too.
Yeah.
I remember it being like, Sarah, who said it first? Was it me?
You did, yeah, of course.
I kissed her
You made
first.
all the first moves.
I said I love you first.
Except I asked you on a date first.
True.
And I was I was touching you a lot on that date.
She's more dominant.
Sometimes we'll fight about who's more dominant.
It's not even a question though, is it?
The next one is our first time having sex, and that was actually the night that we kissed also, because there was so much build up. We had been on so many dates.
Yeah,
And I feel like once we kissed, it just, we just progressed on, and yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
And I guess on that same grain of thought, first time hooking up with a girl in general, like, what was that like? And I guess I just wanted to specify that we aren't each other's like first girl hookups.
No, yeah, we're not. We're both
Yeah.
seasoned in the area, so we came at each other fully prepared.
Yeah.
My first time hooking up with a girl was a liberating experience. I mean, it was crazy. I realized so many things about myself. I was like, this is for sure, like, this is who I am. Like, I enjoy this. This is what gets me off, because I've been with guys, but it never felt the same as it did when I first hooked up with a girl.
No, same for me. Like, it really did help me feel solidified in my sexuality, because I had been questioning my sexuality for such a long time. But I think when you actually do it, there is this element, or at least for me and for you, where we were both like, wow, okay, we're definitely gay.
I felt like I was at the right where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, I found it. I found myself.
And how is it different hooking up with a girl versus a guy?
It's very different for me. I mean, you're bisexual. I would consider myself more on the lesbian spectrum, but I'm not completely sure. But I have hooked up with guys, and from my experience, and I know that all guys are different, it was more focused on them versus pleasuring myself. It wasn't connecting and deep and like spiritual and like a heightened sense of emotion in me. It was just like, okay, we're just like putting parts together. With women, it's very emotional in my experience, and with men, it's very physical.
With girls, I feel like I connect with them on such an emotional level that there's the physical aspect that you get with guys, but there's also this added emotional depth, which makes the whole experience just like more pleasurable and more connecting and more powerful.
Not to spread the gay agenda, but it's great. Try it sometimes.
You're so funny, babe. Okay, when was our first trip together? And how did it go? We went to San Diego. It was a van trip. It started off amazing. We went climbing outdoors for the first time together in Arizona, and that's how it started off. And at the time, I had this parrot named Zeus who we were traveling with. So we felt like our own little family. And then we traveled through California. And I just remember being so like head over heels for you that trip. But it kind of ended on a sad note because Zeus passed away, and I had known him for 11 years, and it was like really hard on me. And you had known him and built a relationship with him too, like throughout our time in Austin and also on that trip. So you were really sad. So
I loved him so much. He was like a baby to me. Every morning he would pluck at my eyes and he would like give me little pecks, and he would go all over my hair. He would fly to me across the room.
He loved her so much.
We would sing together.
So
He'd
cute.
bob like this.
Yeah, he was so cute. And yeah, it was really hard when he passed away. And literally like 2 days after he passed away, or maybe it was like 4 or 5 days, I can't remember, you flew out and you left. It definitely was like a test to our relationship so early on too, to experience that level of grief.
Yeah, it was a challenge.
Yeah.
Which leads to the next question.
Yeah, which is, what was your first fight?
I don't know if I would call it a fight, but it was when Zeus died and we were both grieving in our own ways, and we realized at this point that we were kind of different in how we cope with emotions. Sarah's more outward and expressive, and I'm more inward, and I kind of retreat and like hide and like wallow in my emotions to myself.
I think we needed comfort from each other in different ways, but then because we were grieving on our own in separate ways as well, it was hard to be that comforting person for each other, which led to this misunderstanding of like, one, you're judging how I'm grieving about this, or two, you're not offering enough comfort for me in the way that I want to be comforted around this. I don't remember us like fighting in a way where it like felt really explosive or anything.
It was just like, you're not understanding me.
Yeah.
And I'm not understanding you. And we're both feeling this thing, so can we please come together?
Yeah.
But it was just like kind of hard.
First time realizing we were gay. Did we already do that one? Wait, no, actually, we didn't.
Well, I've known that I'm gay since I was a little girl. I had a girlfriend in like 2nd grade, which is really early, and obviously like you're so young, you don't really know what you're doing, but I liked her and I kissed her on the playground and I had feelings for her, and I even brought a picture of a naked woman to school, and that is super weird. I don't know why I did that, but that's a funny story from my childhood that is just like, damn, I was really gay. Like what was I doing? I knew for a long time, but I didn't act on it because I knew that it wasn't socially acceptable, and I have always wanted to be like perceived as a good girl, no problems, I don't like conflict, so having to confront that side of myself means having to confront societal norms and my family and friends and just like changing everything. And I just didn't want people to perceive me differently.
I knew that I was gay probably early on in high school because I came to the realization that I was only getting turned on online by women, whether that was like porn or movies. I found myself being attracted to women, but at the time I justified it as, oh, I have a boyfriend and I know I'm into him, so I must not be lesbian, because at the time I only thought there was like lesbian or straight. I didn't know that sexuality could be a gray area and I could be attracted to both. And it wasn't until I graduated high school and like even left college when I really started to allow myself to kind of come into that identity more and experiment a little more. Next question is first time experiencing homophobia.
I knew someone in my friend group who started seeing a girl. Our friend group was not with her one day and they were like, oh my god, I've showered with her. I've gotten naked in front of her. Basically assuming that because this girl that we were friends with was gay and we all found that out, that she was then attracted to all the girls in the friend group, and that is a form of homophobia. I feel like that's just assuming that it's a hypersexual like identity and just not true at all. Like if you're gay, you're not just attracted to everyone who's that.
You're not like a creep.
That gender. Yeah. And so I think that also pushed me further in because I was like, they've gotten naked in front of me too.
I think the first time I've experienced homophobia is honestly with probably my dad or brother. The next question is first time coming out.
I didn't really want to come out to my mom. I felt like it was going to be really uncomfortable, and so I kind of just like didn't do it. And I brought my girlfriend around at the time, and she eventually caught on, and she was like, you guys don't really talk to each other like friends, like, are you gay? And I was like, no. She kept asking me over the course of like a week or something. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I am. I know that she was open. It was just like kind of an uncomfortable conversation to have because she's always seen me as one way, and then it was shifting. And then my grandparents was really hard. I didn't tell them for much longer, and I also let that one slide. I didn't come out to them. I didn't feel like I need to. Honestly, people shouldn't feel like they have to. Like, if you want to, do it, but if it makes you uncomfortable, like, whatever. Like, do your own thing, go live your life.
If you feel like you need to do that for yourself, then you definitely should. but you're also allowed not to, and you will still be just as gay.
But anyway, my grandparents caught on also. They took me to lunch, and this was only like a year ago probably, that they were at lunch with me and they said, we know that you're gay and that's okay. They're very Christian, honestly homophobic, like they're pretty homophobic. And they said to me, you know, we love you, said something about like, we do think it's a sin and we won't be coming to your wedding if you get married to a girl, but we love you regardless. It was like half sweet, half like not at all. And it made me cry, and my sister was there too and she started crying. Now time has passed and she doesn't even ask questions about it. She like loves Sarah. She loves me.
I came out to my mom and she was just quiet about it. I think her perspective was just, I don't mind if someone else is gay, but I don't really want my kids to be gay. It was kind of weird how it came about because it was literally on the tail end of her saying that one of her co-workers is lesbian and she thinks that's perfectly fine. And then when I told her, then she like looked at me the same way she looks at me when I get all my tattoos. She's like, no. Recently we had this cute conversation where she was like, so are you lesbian or bisexual? So what do them pronouns mean? She was just asking so many questions, and I think she's Chinese, so she like comes from this different culture where it's not as talked about, I would say. So it was cute that she was asking all those questions. But with my dad, I never came out to him. I never like said I'm gay. I just knew that he knew from my mom and from social media, but I never wanted to open up a conversation where he could talk about me being gay. But literally probably 3 days ago, I had the most frustrating conversation with him and my brother. I love spending time with my family, but it also can be really difficult when it comes to politics because we just see things so differently. And they just brought up all these things about how they think it's a sin and the don't say gay law in Florida, which you can guess where I land on that. Trans people and how it's a mental illness. And I could not like keep my mouth shut. Like I had to defend every aspect of it, whether it was like being gay or like trans people and trans rights and gay rights, and they just couldn't comprehend why I thought it was wrong for them to think it was a sin or that being trans was a mental illness. I also love them and they're my family, and I am grateful that they, other than that conversation, have been nice and like don't really say anything. I would just appreciate them to not say anything, honestly. But first time meeting each other's parents. So I met her parents at a trip. They go to these cabins in New Mexico, so I met them there, which was really nice. And then I don't even remember the first time you met my parents, probably in Austin.
Yeah, I think it was just when I came to the ranch and I met your dad first and then I met your mom later. And they were both very sweet and nice.
Yeah, we both like each other's family a lot, which is nice. First gift for each other of significant value. Tori surprised me with this hotel one time. She had champagne and rose petals everywhere, and it was just such a cute gift and surprise, and I don't know, I loved that.
And the first thing that Sarah like got me was she made me a ring with my birthstone on it, amethyst, and I just love it so much, and it means a lot to me because she has a matching one with her birthstone, and it kind of just feels like a promise ring to me.
First time being exclusive. I asked Tori to be exclusive when we were in Costa Rica, and then it took you like a few days to respond because we were all stressed about like long distance.
I told you in Panama in the tree house that I wanted to be exclusive.
Yeah, she actually had a dream, and then she woke up, and I forgot what you said. You were like, I had a dream.
I can't remember what the dream was now.
Yeah.
But it's something about it made me wake up and be like,
You literally just, all you said was like, I'm ready or something, and I immediately knew.
I'm ready. This is serious.
When was the first time realizing you wanted to pursue this alternative lifestyle together of like living in the van and stuff? I think it was just like it made the most sense.
You've been living in the van by yourself for 3 years, and so I just kind of joined along. Like I had the freedom to do that. I was working doing Uber Eats, and I could save up a lot of money at once, and so I was able to go on trips like all the time. And then I started making money doing social media, and over time it just felt right because then I could make money on the road, and why would we want to be apart?
Yeah, and Uber Eats was a great job at that time because you also could like create your own schedule and leave whenever you wanted and come back whenever you wanted. So yeah, it just made the most sense for her to move into the van at a certain point because we started to really not want to be apart. And at the end of every trip we'd be like, oh, I don't want to leave. Like it just, I don't know, it felt like we have been dating for so long that it felt like it was time to take that next step. And then the last one is when you realized each other was the one.
Oh, hasn't happened yet.
Just kidding. That was funny.
That was a bad joke.
It was funny because I know that that's not true.
Anyway, I realized you were the actual one. You know, I don't know if there's a specific time that told me she's the one.
Yeah.
But it just like built up over time with the memories and our bond and our communication and how much we have in common and how we like work together really well too. And live together really well. All these aspects, I was just like, I've never felt that with anyone before. I know that relationships take work no matter what. No relationship is perfect. And if I'm gonna be with someone the rest of my life, I would prefer it to be you.
We were at this Taylor Swift concert the other day. Tori actually surprised me with the tickets, that's like the one type of shit. Whenever Taylor Swift was singing Wildest Dreams, I feel like I was looking at you so much. And I wasn't even looking at Taylor Swift, like, on stage, you know? And I think it's, like, little moments like that stand out where I'm like, wow, I just, like, love her so much and want to spend the rest of my life with her. But I think there is this, like, overall experience. And as we get to know each other and build this life together, I realize we are so compatible. So that also feeds into this idea of, like, you're definitely the one for me. Because I think, like, love is partially like this natural connection and spark and also a little bit of a choice, and it's like, yeah, why would we not choose each other when we know we work so well and we're like each other's preferred person?
Like, sure, there might be hard times where we have to work through something, but we know that we're both capable of it and we're both like able to grow with each other too. Those are our first time.
Those are all the questions. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you
so much.
You should be thanking us, actually. This is a lot of personal information we're giving away.
You should be thanking us. You're gonna get a free vibrator.
Yeah, you should be thanking us. You're getting a free vibrator. Hint, hint, link in the description.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please like, because it really supports my channel, and subscribe because I post videos every Sunday. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Our buys like literally sound the same.
You're all that I want. If we stay right here until morning. Now what am I?